Okay, I'd like to call the Contract Administration Board meeting open for August 10th, 2026. In attendance for today's meeting is Michael McLaughlin, Deputy County Executive, the Honorable Joanne Cunningham, Chairwoman of the Albany County Legislature, and Bruce Hidley, Albany County Clerk. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the meetings of July 13th, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. First on the agenda today is contract number 1328-26. It's the Albany County Executive. It's for the food pantries for the Capital District, and it's it's a 100% county impact, and the estimated amount is $100,000.
Hi, so this contract is for the authorization of the county executive's office to distribute $100,000 to the food pantries of the Capital District. This money is pulled from the food and security line approved in 2025 by the county legislature. The programs that will benefit from this money is Food Express, which essentially allows for food to be transported directly from the food bank to the different pantries. The Food Shuttle, which picks up food from restaurants or grocery stores that are throwing out food and brings them to and distributes them to the different pantries. Food Connect, which is a hotline for people to call directly that will connect them, that the professionals will connect them with the different pantries close to them. Food Pantry Home Delivery, for those that are unable to physically go to the food pantries, they can get food delivered directly to their homes, and the Diaper Bank, which stocks all of the food pantries with diapers for all of the babies out there. So if there's any questions, I'm free to answer.
So the recipient of this was the food pantries of the Capital District and then dispersed to all of those?
So the food pantries of the Capital District are the people that are accepting the $100,000, and then they essentially will send food to the different local banks
Right.
for people to
Okay.
Not banks, pantries.
pantries rather, yes.
Because the regional food bank is the bank for the whole area. They supply some of the food to the pantries.
Okay. And we didn't do this, we did this not like as an RP, it was kind of a sole source grant? How did that work?
I can speak to this. So, and jump in here, please correct me if I get off track. So, it is kind of sole source in the sense that they're the only ones that do this work. But at the same time, they're going to go to all of the open source food pantries that are members of the Food Pantry Association. So there are some closed food pantries. So if you have a question like, what about this one? The issue is that like a lot of schools have food pantries, but they're only open to folks who go to the school. So those pantries aren't members of the Food Pantries Association, and because they're closed, not a public food pantry, the Food Pantries Association is the only way to get it equally distributed based on need to all of the public-facing food pantries.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1424-26, the county executive. The vendor is Auctions International, Inc. It's 100% county funded, and it's for county-owned real property auctions through Auctions International, and there is no fiscal impact to this.
I'm here to speak on that if you need to. We started a contract with Auctions International when we started the auction process back up again. We last did auctions in 2015. We started moving to a online auction process through Auctions International through a bid. We had a contract with them to do 1 year to make sure that they could do what they said they could do. This is the extension now to allow them to continue. It's zero cost to the county. The entire expense related to the contract is borne by the bidders through their vendor fee. The county is exceptionally happy with these folks. They are very accurate, very on top of things, and have handled about $3 million of bidding per auction for the past 2 auctions now.
How many properties are involved with this?
Generally speaking, there's about 100 properties on each auction.
How many have we done so far, Jeff?
We've done 3 now. We did one in December of 2025, one in April, which is closing now, and the July bids, which close at the end of July. We're getting those deposits in now.
I think at the last ledge meeting, you guys had distributed like a marketing piece of all these county-owned, that was you guys, right?
Yep. That's the other thing they do. They produce the
Oh, they
auction
do that.
brochure. They pay for all that. There's no county cost associated with that.
That's great. Do we make that whole list available on their website, our website?
On
Where's-
both. It's on the county website. It's also on when they do the auctions, we provide them with the list. They come and do real-time photographs, current photographs and inspections. They then put those up on their website. There's a mailing list that is retained by them that sends out cards to everybody. There's an electronic mailing list they send out to a statewide list of people that have bid on these. The Auctions International handles about 20 upstate counties. So they have a pretty good outreach to make sure that people are involved. There have been about 300 bidders per auction in each of these, which is consistent with what we had pre-2015.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1440-26, County Executive. The vendor is Simbrant Technologies and Eastern Datacom Company. The estimated value is $95,988, and the scope of services and the 100% county impact is Simbrant Technologies and Eastern, it's the same thing, and Eastern Data Company. And I guess they repair and renovate the podcast and television studios within the William Randolph Hearst Center for Communications and Interactive Media at the College of St. Rose.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I finished there.
I do have a question. So this is for just that studio?
Yeah, so
And-
I'm here to present
Oh,
Kevin
okay.
Butterfield, Deputy Director of Communications. So this specifically will help us bring up the functionality of our podcast studio, as well as make the TV studio fully operational. We've tried to assess the status of the studio and repair it on our own. It was beyond our capabilities. So this is taking the equipment that's already functional and just kind of replacing the stuff that's broken and making everything work.
Okay. And aside from the podcast, what else do we use that for?
Currently nothing, because again, it's not functional, but once we get it up and running, we're hoping to use it for our communications efforts, as well as open it to community groups for use and as an educational resource.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. So we are intending to make it available.
That is correct, and we've already had several community groups reach out to us with interest.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1266-26, and this is the Department of Public Works Road Machinery Maintenance. The vendor is Craft Co. Inc., and it's for a purchase of crack sealing vehicle. An estimated amount is $77,884.40, with a fiscal impact to the county of 100%.
Hi there, Lisa Raimondo, Albany County DPW. This piece of equipment will allow us to do crack sealing in-house. We will still use our overall crack sealing contract that seals cracks on 60 miles of roadway each year. But as the year goes on, certain roads develop cracks that we have to handle, and we don't want to wait until the following year. So this allows us to do that kind of maintenance in-house, and it also allows us to do some crack sealing when we replace culverts and catch basins.
Is this
So
like
it's-
a truck type of vehicle?
It's an attachment to a truck. I have a picture of that.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, so it would be something that would be towed by one of our trucks.
Oh.
And it takes the emulsion and allows us to spray it in the cracks.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1355-26, the Public Works Department. The vendor is Syntex Systems. It's for FM line annual standard subscription renewal. The period is 8/1/26 to 7/31 of '27, at an estimated value of $22,140 $104 and a fiscal impact of 100% to the county.
Yeah, so this is our annual cloud-based subscription for fuel monitoring and billing. So we allow the Cornell Co-op to use our fueling stations and the Albany Water Board. So it assists us with our billing as well as fuel monitoring.
Any other? Motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1383-26, the Public Works Department. The vendor is Stilson Electric. It's for pedestrian signal pole replacement at WSR and ASR. It's 8/10/26 through 8/9/27. Estimated value of $24,300. County impact is 100%.
Yeah, so this is for replacement of a pole that was hit by a resident somewhere, and we are getting reimbursed from insurance, but we had to go out and get 3 quotes, and Stilson was the lowest responsive quote. So we've already been reimbursed for this. This is just the formality to enter into the contract with them.
What is WSR and ASR?
Water Bleach Shaker and Albany Shaker in front
Gotcha,
of the airport.
thank you.
Yeah,
We don't know who hit it?
we do. Yes, so their insurance company was, it was, you know.
Is the person okay? Okay.
Any comments or questions?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1366-26. Department is, excuse me, my voice, Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing. The vendor is PMR Newkirk, Inc. It's for annual inspection of the nursing home medical equipment. It's from 9/1/26 to 8/31/31. The estimated value is $89,800 with a county impact of 100%.
Hi, Mark Olson from Shaker Place. So this contract is with PMR Newkirk, Inc. The contract is to provide annual inspections, testing, and preventative maintenance for facility medical equipment, which includes beds, wheelchairs, vital signs machines, oxygen concentrators, AEDs, scales, and all of our patient lifting equipment. They perform annual inspections, check for safety, calibration, and overall function. There were 2 bidders for the RFP. PMR is the lowest responsible bidder. This is a 5-year contract starting on September 1st, 2026. The annual cost of the agreement is $12,960 per year plus $5,000 per year for any additional parts or repairs that need to be performed, making the 5-year cost of the agreement not to exceed $89,800. I'd be happy to take any questions.
So this is just for that inspection function, which I assume is a state or federal reg.
Correct. We're required to inspect and maintain all of our equipment per the manufacturer's instructions for each piece of equipment.
And we don't get reimbursed by Medicaid or anyone for
It
that?
becomes part of our annual costs in our cost report, which eventually gets
Okay.
reimbursed to us.
Okay, thanks.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1423-26, Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing Center. Vendor is Richfield Associates, and it's for building engineering and fire safety consultant services. It is 9/1/26 to 8/31/31. It's the estimated value of $212,500 with a county impact of 100%.
Mark Olson again from Shaker Place. Again, this is with Ridgefield Associates, who we've had consulting with us for many years. This contract is to provide building, engineering, and fire emergency safety consulting services. Their services include life safety inspections and consultation, preventative maintenance reviews of building and systems, compliance reviews of records for DOH and CMS compliance, and they're on site 3 times a month. There are 2 bidders for this RFP. Ridgefield was the lowest responsible bidder. As stated, this is a 5-year agreement. The annual cost is $37,500 plus an additional $5,000 per year for any additional consultation that may be needed. The 5-year cost of the agreement is not to exceed $212,000 and $212,500. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Does it, but I guess I should ask this the other contract too, but going out for 5 years, does that mean you get a better quote for it being a 5-year deal?
Generally speaking, yeah. I mean, I can't say that for sure because we only bid it at 5 years, but my assumption would be a shorter term may come with an increased cost.
And same thing, we recoup it through.
Becomes part of our
Cost
costs.
report.
That goes into our cost report and eventually gets reimbursed.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1768-26, Shaker Place Rehabilitation and Nursing. Aquascience is the vendor. It's for professional service to maintain the water softener system at the facility and for salt purchases, 9/126 to 8/31/31. And the estimated value is $26,600 with a county impact of 100%.
Okay, so it's fairly self-explanatory. There were two bidders for this project. Aquascience was the lowest responsible bidder. They've had the contract currently and for the past several years. It's a 5-year agreement. $3,000 of this $26,000 cost is for just general maintenance of the equipment, and the rest, about $23,600, is for the cost of purchasing the salt for the water softening equipment. Again, it's for a not-to-exceed amount of $26,600. I'd be happy to take any questions.
So why do we need water softening?
It actually, for just general comfort of the residents, for the softener water, and it also helps with all of the systems in the building and preventing its life expectancy.
Okay, thank you. Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstention? Your motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1385-26, Water Purification District. L&D Technical Services LLC is the vendor. It's for the performance of preventative maintenance services of the South Plant and the North Plant electrical substations. And it's from 8/10/26 through 12/31/27. And its value is $155,900 with a county impact of 100%.
Thank you. Angelo Gaudia, Water Purification District. We received two bids for this particular bid. L&D Technical Services was the lowest responsible bidder. As indicated, this is for the preventative maintenance of our electrical substations at both our treatment plants. So they would come in, they basically do a service, they check oil levels on our transformers just to make sure everything's operating correctly. And again, if there is a need to address anything, we would have them do the work under allowance monies that are programmed under that agreement.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract number 1390-26, Water Purification District. The vendor is Pure Sems LLC, and it's for the performance of preventative maintenance services of the incinerator continuous emission monitoring systems of the district's north and south plants. It's from 1/1/27 to 12/31/28, an estimated value of $59,500 and a county impact of 100%.
Thank you. We received 3 bids in response to this particular bid. Pure Sems was the lowest responsible bidder. We have been doing work with them for a number of years. We are required by EPA for our Title V permit to do quarterly testing on our continuous air emissions systems at both our facilities for our incinerator. So that's basically what the service is. The company comes in quarterly, does calibrations and the service, and then again, we have them available should there be any additional work that would be needed to kind of maintain those systems over the course of the year.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
Wait, I have a
Oh,
question.
sorry.
So is this part of the odor mitigation strategy?
This is not, so I can talk to you about that separately if you'd like.
Okay. So this won't help or hurt or?
Neither, no. It has nothing to do with the odors. It's
This
really just
is the final, this is what we do to dispose of the byproduct of it.
So we have to monitor our air emissions. So basically, this is a system that does that
Oh, okay.
for permit compliance. And again, we have to do that service annually or quarterly, excuse me,
Okay.
as part of the
Okay.
EPA permit.
Thank
But-
you.
But we are making some headway with the
Oh,
odor
good.
stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, so again, I can talk to
Anything you
you.
want to share publicly?
Not at this time.
Okay. Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1365A-25, and it is Parks and Recreation. NICET is the vendor. It's for janitorial cleaning at St. Rose from 7/1/26 to 11/31/26. Estimated amount of $131,000 $293.36 with a fiscal impact to the county of 100%.
Good afternoon, Jim Halios, Commissioner Parks and Recreation. The item that is before you here today is an amendment to the original contract. NYSED, around May, June, they redo their prevailing wage. So then that kicks in effect this contract, so we have to come back and amend it. It is an annual increase of $1,502.60. So it's negligible, but it is how they adjust their prevailing wage, and that's the way that they do it, is mid-contract, unfortunately.
So a slightly smaller contract has already been authorized, and this is just...
Exactly.
So the total, so how much did these cleaning services?
Sure, the original contract was for $1,029,790, and so then we're increasing it to $131,293.36.
Okay, is that a year cost?
That's our annual contract, yes.
Okay, and that is for all of the county property at St. Rose?
This is particular for the buildings that the county has, in particular the EAC, the other buildings that are on there. I believe there's a separate agreement through the Pine Hills Land Authority to maintain those other buildings.
Okay, so this is for like the
EAC.
Yes, primarily the
the
EAC.
gym, the
Yeah.
pool,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff? Is that why it's so much?
Just the nature of a facility that size, to have somebody to come in there and clean those specific areas, it's
Although I will
it's
say,
an
we have a
expense.
NYSED contract for the courthouse, and it's generally in line with this amount of money, and it's around the same square footage.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's about right.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
Second, or motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1428-26, Department of Social Services, vendor is TIPCO Automated Systems LLC, and it's for implementing and maintaining an EVA and an A1 powered virtual phone and caseworker assistant for multiple divisions within the Department of Social Services, 9/126 through 8/31/27, estimated value of $134,897, and this is broken into different impacts. The county will pick up 25% of the cost. The state will pick up 25% of the cost. And the federal government will pick up 50% of the cost.
I'm Maggie from Social Services. This is for AI-powered virtual phone and desktop support for caseworkers in divisions from reception to temporary assistance to childcare, SNAP-keep, et cetera. It's supposed to deflect calls from staff so they can focus more so on processing applications and meeting with clients and get basic questions answered in an automated fashion. And the desktop will be basically a resource for anything you can imagine, from training resources to, regs, policies, et cetera.
So I'm going to say a little bit about this.
Yeah.
So thank you, Maggie. Thank you to the commissioner. Thank you to Cam, Law, Jeffrey Jameson in Law, and to IT. So this is the county's first foray into using AI as kind of the point of entry. This provider is one of the few, if not the only, that's approved by the state for use. Schenectady had a very bad experience going on their own and got slapped by the state by using a vendor that wasn't approved by them. So this is, I'm hoping, going to kind of revolutionize how DSS does its work. They get thousands of calls a day. Many of them are repeat calls, duplicate calls, and the volume is so large that it turns into a situation where you just have to call and leave a message, and the workers are forced to sort through those messages and get back to folks. The presentation was fantastic, and the data they have in places that they've been utilized is fantastic. I know for a fact that they're utilized in Onondaga County, which is comparable but a little bit larger to us, and the county executive who I spoke to personally was very, very happy with the results. This only applies to TA.
No,
No.
it's going to be utilized.
Oh, we're going to be able
Start
to-
there, but it's going to be utilized.
Oh, that's
by-
even better. Okay, so I originally thought it was only going to be for one of the benefits, but we're going to expand it to all, even better. Okay, great. Sorry.
Multiple divisions.
Multiple divisions.
So
And
can
it's-
you give me an example, like kind of call and what happens?
One of the things is that all potential clients, callers, have to receive client rights and responsibilities. They need to
Okay.
review that. And so this automated service, for instance, will read that and then request an audio acceptance or
Okay.
of that, just to be logged and added to folks' file when the staff get to that.
Okay.
But it'll take everything from, I didn't get my benefits card. It'll help shunt that to the correct place and
Okay.
take those calls in, and automate that system.
Yeah, so it'll give you answers to certain questions, some of the easier ones. So you input the regulations into the system, and it can then spit it out when the time comes. And then if there's anything too complicated that the AI system can't, it knows how to divert those phone calls to the right place. So it really does create a lot of efficiencies.
And it's a learning system. So for those of you like a Nest thermostat, after a few months, suddenly you don't have to change your thermostat because it knows when you're there. It's kind of scary. So this is the same thing. And eventually we'll learn,
Smart
you know,
technology.
exactly. It'll learn the trends of this local area and how they differ from other places and what the majority of calls are, and we'll learn the appropriate answers to handle.
That's interesting.
It's being used by 16 counties, and 4 other counties are in process of contract.
Same company.
It's the only
It's
company
considered
that's
sole.
that's approved by New York State,
Oh.
which is kind of,
Like a sole source?
yeah, it's kind of sole source then.
Okay.
So this would be great to have you come in and talk to the Social Services Committee of the legislature, like 15-minute kind of presentation, what this is, how it's working, what kind of triage is being, avoided by staff but still effectively managed, like all that stuff. And this is kind of the first big AI project?
I would say, there's certain little uses of AI throughout the county. It's in the legal field, sometimes they use it. But this is the first rollout of a major, a tool for a department to use. And this tool has the potential to be used in other departments, but because it's kind of tested in the DSS field. But we've had conversations with other department heads, and pretty much everyone's that takes in calls from the public is universally interested.
Big department to start with.
Yes. The biggest.
Great. Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Good luck with that. Next on the agenda is contract number 1418-26, Children, Youth, and Families, vendors Together for Youth. It's for qualified individuals' assessments of foster care children placed in qualified residential treatment programs to determine the appropriateness of the placement, 9/126 through 8/31/27, estimated value of $30,000. And this has 2 impacts. The federal government will be picking up 50% of the cost, and the state will be picking up the 50% of the cost with no cost to the county.
That is correct. Good afternoon, I'm Andrea Colano, Director of Staff Development and Prevention Services. We are respectfully requesting authorization to renew our contractual agreement with Together for Youth to ensure that we are following the Family First legislation, the Family First Prevention Services Act. So the goal is to reduce lengths into congregate care. So we need qualified individuals, licensed clinical workers to come and do assessments for our kids that are in congregate care, starting upon removal and within the first 30 days.
Okay. Anything else?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1421-26, Children, Youth, and Families. St. Catherine's Center for Children is the vendor, and it's qualified individual assessments for foster care children placed in a qualified residential treatment program, determine appropriateness of the placement, 9/126 through 8/31/27, an estimated value of $30,000 with the same fiscal impact, 0 to the county, state 50, federal 50.
Yes, thank you again. Same exact thing as I said before, just a different agency. We have 2 agencies that we continuously work with for qualified individuals.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1311-26. It's a signed council program, Finance Systems, Inc. EVE case management system. This system keeps track of clients for reporting to the state ILS, conflict checks, and assignment of clients to attorneys. And it's 8/31/26 through 7/31/27. Estimated value of $33,000. And the fiscal impact is what, David?
That is, is that 100% state?
Correct, it's going to be 100% reimbursed by the state through grants that we get from ILS.
So we got to. So it's 100% state funded.
Correct. So the Assigned Counsel program is looking to contract with Finite Systems to purchase EVE. EVE is a custom-designed case tracking, case management, and vouchering system that also gathers all of the data that we're required to report to the New York State Office of ILS, which greatly funds our office. This program will streamline how we conduct business, and it is also likely to save us thousands and thousands of dollars a year in attorney's claims that we receive. It is a one-year maintenance contract for $30,000. There's $1,500, I think, to set up the web server, $1,500 to set up the database, but the system itself, which has been custom designed, is free.
So question on, is this a repeat case management system that we've used before?
We have, historically, the county has used a few different case management systems in different law departments. The Assigned Counsel Department was using PDCMS Legacy. We looked at one of their other PDCMS systems. However, NYSDA, which contracts with us to utilize that system, no longer is offering that product. Ultimately, this was the one that we identified that we wanted, and we ultimately ended up going with Finite to try to get EVE's software, which ILS is recommending to all of the Assigned Counsel departments.
And are you noticing that these vendors are building in an AI component to their software programs?
This does not have an AI component built into it. It is a traditional case management system for our panel attorneys, which are all independent contractors. So they'll be able to use it when they're in court to say what happened in court that particular day, what is going to occur in their next court appearance. But most importantly for us, they will do all of their billing in that particular system. So every time they're in court, they can go on their phone and they can say, hey, arrived at court and ended. It will prevent double billing on the same claim. It will prevent double billing if they have multiple cases on the same day. It has a whole other host of functionality which will save the county money, but there's no AI built into it.
Thank you.
Entertain a motion.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1381-26, General Services, Savick Nano Construction Services LLC, and it's for the MVP Arena Sound System upgrade, 10/1/26 to 9/30/27. The estimated value is $196,900 with a county impact of 100%.
Nathan Sims, MVP Arena, and General Services requesting approval for contract with Savignano. This is for the mechanical portion of the sound system replacement project. It's the HVAC in a couple of rooms that need it, just so it's cooling the rooms that are generating a lot of heat from the system. Happy to answer any questions.
So is this part of the MVP capital plan?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, it'll be coming out of bonds, correct?
Correct.
Entertain a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion's carried. Next on the agenda is contract 1429-26, and it's building services, and it's CPS of Albany, Inc., and it's for snow removal services. It's the final renewal, 9/1/26 to 8/31/27, an estimated value of $33,000 with a fiscal impact to the county of 100%.
I don't know who's doing this one. So we have the back one. So I don't even have the.
I think it's just a renewal. So technically, I know that oftentimes renewals come before CAB, but I'm not necessarily sure that they're required to. So.
I can provide a little bit more information. I know that this was previously bid in our office a couple years ago. It is the final renewal. They've been happy with CPS, and this is for the snow removal. I think it's down at Board of Elections and Mental Health.
That's usually the places that we do get snow removal services for. here at CAB. And
It was meaning it was previously approved.
Previously,
Yeah.
this is the final review
Yeah.
then.
that's why I recognize that contract.
So do we have everything we need for this, or it sounds a little like,
Sounds like, I'm assuming DGS should have been here to present, but,
can we pull it and do it next time? I mean, it's not going to snow anytime soon.
Yeah.
oh, which table?
Yeah.
Table it, I will
Motion
make
to
sure
table?
somebody from General Services call the vendor. and
So
see.
this is a motion to table contract number 1429-26 with building services for snow removal purposes.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? This has been tabled until the next Contract Administration Board meeting. I'd now like to entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
Second.
We're not going to reconvene the Contract Administration Board meeting at 4:45 PM. And I'd like to entertain a motion that we accept
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? The motion is carried. And now I'd like to entertain a motion that we adjourn. Couldn't get it out. We adjourn the meeting for Contract Administration Board meeting at 4:45 PM.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion is carried. I believe the next Contract Administration Board meeting will be set for what? September?
I just sent the invite to it.
Is our monthly meeting?
Is that what it was? It's the 7th and then September 14th.
September 14th. Is 4:30, is that the, do we go back to that, Joanne? 4:30?
4:30, sure.
Okay.
That's what I had.